What makes someone great? And how do you know an event will change the trajectory of human history? Hi, my name is Riley Martin, and I'm here to tell you about the time Serena Williams placed her name in history. January 28th, 2017, a monumental battle took place against flesh and blood. Serena Williams, a women's tennis player, defeated her sister, Venus Williams, in the Grand Slam single title in the Australian Open, which catapulted her to win the most Grand Slam single titles among men and women in the Open era of tennis. When we talk about history, we tend to tune out. This is a shame, especially when that history is done in our lifetime, because we are responsible for sharing history among generations so we can remember our past. To understand the gravity of Serena Williams winning the most Grand Slam single titles than any man or woman in the Open era of tennis, you must first understand the obstacles it took for her to be great, the match that accomplished this greatness, and how she used her greatness to impact tennis. Serena Williams is known today for her great tennis skills and her ability. But how did she get this way? On March 26, 1981, Serena Williams was born. Along with her sisters, she grew up in Compton, California, and was coached by her father, Richard Williams. In a quote by her father later in Serena's life, he says, "To see where we come from, out of the worst ghetto, to be here at the finest club in the world, it's just phenomenal. In other words, if I was writing a script for a movie, I would say, it's never going to happen." Fortunately for the Williams, whenever they decided to move to Florida, their luck started to change. Soon, they were coached by Richard Mackey, U.S. coach and former tennis player. This is when Serena Williams' career took off. In an article written by Marina Brandman, she says, "In 1995, Serena Williams made her professional debut, and by 1998, only 3 years later, ranked number 20 and became the fastest player to record 5 victories against top 10 players." Gaining popularity and respect allowed Serena Williams to enter the Open era and make history in a battle against Venus Williams on January 28, 2017. In the history of tennis, amateurs and professionals were never allowed to play against each other. Until, in an article written by John Krim, says, "The Open era in tennis, which began in 1968, allowed all players, amateur or professional, to compete in the 4 Grand Slam events. These Grand Slam events consist of Wimbledon, U.S. Open, Roland Garros, and the Australian Open." On January 28, 2017, in the Australian Open, Serena Williams, ranked number 23, went against her sister, Venus Williams, ranked number 5, and they would meet for the 28th time to determine who would win the Grand Slam single title in the Australian Open. According to NBCSports.com, a match in tennis is best 2 out of 3 sets. These sets go to 6. Serena Williams triumphed over Venus Williams 6-4 in both matches, securing her the title. This day will go down in history, but not only for her stats. This day solidified that Serena Williams is great and has changed the game of tennis. Serena Williams has a lasting impact on women's tennis with her playing style, which has helped her become the best. Serena Williams set herself up for greatness by implementing immense power, precision, and aggressive, yet polite competitive spirit. She used this in her match, and this set her apart from women's tennis in the past. According to an article written by AustraliaSportsCamp.com, Serena Williams reigns above the competition because of her strength, precision, and traditional mechanical techniques. The win against Venus Williams meant more than being number 1. It provided Serena Williams with the ability to impact others in tennis. Winning the most Grand Slam single titles among men or women in the Open, Serena Williams made history by proving that a humble background can achieve victory, and that can impact the game of tennis. History can be forgotten, but Serena Williams created history in our lifetime, which means it's our responsibility to carry it on. Greatness is not placed, it is made, and Serena Williams became great in front of our eyes on January 28, 2017. Now we will move on to a time of questions and answers. First question is, how many Grand Slam single titles did Serena Williams win? Serena Williams won 23 Grand Slam single titles, which placed her number 1 in the Open era. Next question. Was Venus Williams mad about Serena Williams winning? No. After they had won, she went over to Serena and hugged her over the net and congratulated her, and said later that she was very proud. 3. Is Serena Williams still playing tennis? No. Actually, Serena Williams decided to retire in September 2022 to focus on her family. Thank you so much for your time and listening to me. Is there any questions? No?